Welcome into the Danny Servance Show. So glad you're joining us. I got a big goose egg on the scoreboard up there in Waco. Yes, sir. And it was on the Waco side of the scoreboard, in fact. And a big 40 on your side. 40-0. Most impressive victory of the year. All four phases of the game, all four quarters, everything came together for you.
You know, it really did. Man, our kids played lights out. And, you know, the thing that I talked to them about before the game was to play smart. You know, we didn't want to do anything to hurt ourselves. So we wanted to play with great effort and to play smart. And I thought they did a great job of that.
Yeah, I mean, offensively, looking at Sydney's numbers, you can tell me a little bit more about it, but he's still playing lights out. The quarterback rating in the 120s, I mean, that's unbelievable. And through 7 or 8 games, I mean, unbelievable.
Well, I'll tell you what, he does a great job. You know, he's matured so much over the years, and he's making great reads and taking care of the football. And, you know, just couldn't ask, you know, for much more out of a quarterback. He's spreading the ball around, hitting the open receiver, and most of all, taking what the defense gives him.
Yeah, he has some great receivers, but he threw 31 of 43 for 304 yards, buddy. Unbelievable game against Waco High, and on the season we're sitting at about 2,200 yards or so.
Yeah,
on the season.
Is. Yes.
As we look over, he's gonna look over at the sheet real quick, but I was pretty close on the quarterback rating, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
About 126%, but I think he's thrown for 2,172 yards.
Correct.
And that's just throwing the ball.
Yeah, it is.
He's taken off with the ball a few times, too.
Yeah, he has at some crucial times and got first downs or touchdowns out of those runs that he has taken off. But he's done a good job, as I said previously, and, you know, hopefully he'll continue.
Yeah, and being hurt last year and being on the sidelines beside you and beside the offensive coordinator and being there when they call the plays, how much do you think that helped him?
Well, you know, I think it helps tremendously. You know, you have an opportunity to learn.
Right.
You know, you listen to the plays that are being called. You look out on the field, you see the checks, everything that's supposed to happen. And since you're not in the game, you know, you can't make that happen. But cerebral, you know, you can take in mental reps, and that will help you when it's time for you to step back on the field.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I just thought about that, and I saw him doing that, and I wanted to make sure we talked about that a little bit. But I'll tell you what, your other guys are just tearing it up. I'm looking at the stats just from last week's game at Waco High when you beat them 40-0. Sydney carried the ball 7 times, in fact, but Daryl Caney, again, just tearing it up. Only 21 yards, but they were hard yards, and they were hard yards that you needed. And then Mitchell came in and played a little bit for you. And then, of course, Turner Smith had one carry. But as you went through the game, the defense really is are they the MVPs of the game?
You know, I have to say that. I mean, getting a shutout is, man, that's the best thing in the world for a defense is to get a shutout. And so they played lights out, did a great job of getting turnovers on defense and keeping them out of the end zone. I mean, we had goal line stands. We had about everything that you can imagine happen during that game. And our defense just continued to hold, continue to fight, kind of a bend but don't break attitude. And so I love how hard those kids are playing right now.
Yeah, so the whole team's coming together, and you just need kickers, all right?
Oh,
what you told me?
Yeah. I mean, we got a young man who started off on the JV and has come up and did a tremendous job for us. Our starting kicker got injured earlier this year and had knee surgery, and hopefully we'll get him back before season's end, but I'm really not sure. He's a soccer player too, so just kind of, you know, taking it slow so he can be ready for soccer season.
When you look at district records, you're looking really good right now, and just when you think you're comfortable, you got the Brenham Cubs coming into town. One of them high school towns that have been a playoff team just about every year. They always have a good little squad. What are you looking for from them? What have you seen on Huddle, I should say?
Well, we've seen them on Huddle, and we've also gone to watch them play. We went and watched Waco High and Brenham a couple of weeks ago, and so they're a good football team, well coached, hard nosed. They've got one of the best running backs in the state, and we're gonna have to do our best to try and corral him or keep him out of the end zone. Their offensive line does a great job. They're physical. They just do a good job all around. Their defense runs to the football, and so it'll be a tall task for us, but we're going to have to play our best football.
Well, do they throw the ball about any, or just when they get comfortable with that run, you start to stop the run, then they'll toss it, or what?
They do a good job of staying pretty balanced.
Yeah.
They've got a running back who I believe is already committed to Ohio State, and he's the guy that makes their engine run. And so we've got to do a great job on him. If you do a good job on him and they get behind the sticks, then, they'll have to throw the ball. And so they do have some receivers that can play. Number 4, he really caught my eye because he's very athletic. He'll go up and high point the ball and get it over you. And so the other receivers, they're not bad either. So it's going to be a great game.
Going to be a great game, and it's homecoming?
Yes, it is. It is homecoming.
Who did that? Who scheduled it this late in the year? Not you?
Not me. Not me. I would much rather it be earlier in the year.
And is it going to be before or after the game, or
it'll be at halftime?
At halftime.
Yes, sir.
And then the band will be, for you band fans out there, I've already been told the band will be performing after the ball game, right?
Yes,
after
sir.
the ball game, they'll be performing their halftime show. So stick around after the Eagles' victory for an Eagle party, and that means you'll have to get off the field, Danny. Now,
yes,
I know when
correct.
all your fans and all the press come out to meet you, those 5-10 guys, you'll have to move them off the field there to get that band practice in, But they do a lot for you during the ball game. I tell you what,
they
make
do.
some noise in the stand. They make some stuff happen.
They do. They're a great supporting group for us, and we want to tell them congratulations because they're going to area, and the area is right before state.
Yeah.
And so they've qualified to do that, and so we want to tell them congratulations and go win it all.
Yeah. Well, we know it's going to be a great game. We got to stop the running back, but we got to stop everybody else too. Don't just make it one-dimensional. I know not one-dimensional anymore. There's nobody that's one-dimensional anymore. And I think if our guys play their game, Sidney plays his games, your receivers, your running backs play their game, defense plays like they have been, I think we're going to beat Brenham.
Well, you know what? I expect for it to be a great game. One that's probably highly anticipated by a lot of people. And so, we're just fortunate to be in the position that we're in. And, God has blessed us to grow each year to get to this point. And so, hopefully we can take advantage of it.
All right. Well, from Dan the Eagle, class of 81, I say go Eagles, as Danny always says.
Go Eagles.